Alright guys, the next topic in the grid system are grid template areas and grid area. Using these two properties, we can size as well as place our items according to our need. So actually here we have two properties. One property is grid template areas, which will be applied on the parent element, that is grid container, and another property we have grid area. This grid area is especially for the grid item. So using grid template area, we can create areas or we can name any area, and then according to the area name we can place our grid items using this grid area property. Let's have a look how we actually do this. So right now, first of all, let's get rid of all of these items. Right now our page looks something like this. We will get rid of all of these things. So here, let's get rid of this thing. Actually, let's get rid of heading also. Yeah, save this, get rid of this Steve. Now okay, we have body. Okay, let's take few items. First of all, we will take one container, and inside the container let's take few items. Maybe let's take 5 items. Okay, so here we have item, and to the first item let's apply one more class, that is header, and here we'll say maybe sidebar. So this will be our heading. Maybe let's say I am the header, and here sidebar, maybe let's say sidebar left, and this would be maybe content. So let's take one paragraph, maybe lorem ipsum. Great. And to the second item, second last item, we will say yeah, it would be sidebar again, and here we'll say sidebar right. Perfect. And at the end let's have footer. Okay, and here also let's apply the class of footer. Perfect. So these are the items on our page right now. Let's have a look how it looks. Perfect. We have header, sidebar, this is our main content, sidebar right, footer, and to the container we have applied display grid. Now first of all, let's get rid of these grid template columns. Let's have a look how actually it looks. Okay, so here we have our defined number of items. Now we are going to discuss about the grid template areas and grid template and grid area actually. So first of all, let's see how actually we define grid template area. So before that, we will create few columns. Maybe let's say we need 3 column layout. So grid template columns, and here we will say maybe 1FR, 2FR and 1FR again. So we have 3 columns. Let's have a look. Okay, 1FR, 2FR and again 1FR. Alright, perfect. Now what we are going to do here, we will create our areas. So we will name few areas. So for that purpose we have a property grid template areas. Yeah, perfect. Inside the grid template areas, let's name the area. So for that purpose, here we will define first, let's say for the first row, each and every cell must have the area name as header. So I'm keeping for each and every cell header and header. So here we have 3 header. The first area name, so for example here this area name will be named as header. Second, this will be also named as header, and this will be also named as header. So if we save our page file here, and now if we inspect our page, okay, so go to the layout, just so here. Now you can find that, let's give it a refresh first. Yeah, now let's take this. Okay, you will find here that the first area name is header and rest of the are the same. That's why it has been not named. So if we keep it here, header 2 or header 3. Save this and give it a refresh here. Take this out. Yeah, okay, so here we can say header 2 and header 3. So this is the area name that we are defining here. So here I have said show the area name, so that's why area name is showing here. Header 2, header 3, but we need all the area names same for the header. So header and header. Save this, and now after the header we need, let's name other area. So maybe for the next row you can say, let's get rid of this header, then let's say sidebar L, main content, yeah, main content, and sidebar right. Okay, save this. Again, let's have a look here, give it a refresh, get the lines. Okay, header, all the area name is having same, so that's why header. Then we have sidebar left, that is L, main, and sidebar R. Then let's have one more for the another row. So let's say footer, perfect. Now let's have a look. Okay, so again get it. So here we have header, sidebar L, main, sidebar R, footer. So again, so each and every area name is same, so that's why we are saying just here footer. Alright, so we have created our areas. Actually, this is how we define the area name inside grid template areas. So to be convenient, one thing we can do, let's break this out. Enter, let's align this thing. Okay, in a single line also you can define the area name. For your convenient, you can wrap into the next line also for different area name. Yeah, so as here we have defined all the area name. Now let's assign these area name to our items. So how it will work. So as I have already mentioned that grid template area is the property for the grid container or parent element. That's the parent element. Now we have next property, that is grid area. The grid area is the property for the grid items or the children inside the grid container. So this is the container and these are the items. Header, sidebar, main, let's name it main, yeah, and we have sidebar again, footer. So these are the individual item inside the grid container. Now let's place them according to our area. So first let's say we have header, yeah, okay, and to the header let's define the property grid area. Yep, and the grid area name. So whatever the area name will be assigned to the header element will go and sit on those areas. So here we have header. Let's have a look. Actually, let's define the grid area header. So now, so here we can take actually any name. So that's the name, whatever the name here we have taken, header. So header will go and sit at the header area. Now let's give it a refresh. You can see these are the header and see the header. This is the header. For each and every header area, the header item, that's the header item that is saying I am the header. So it is taking the whole space occupied by the header area. Yeah, that's the header. Now let's say for the sidebar left or sidebar right, again we can assign. So we have sidebar L, actually it should be L. So for the save this, for the sidebar L, let's define the area, that is sidebar L actually, yeah, save this grid area sidebar L. Here we have, so the sidebar L, the class, the sidebar L item will take the area of sidebar L. With refresh, by default it is there. Perfect. And similarly we can define for the main, let's say grid area main, and for the foot, okay, we have sidebar right also. Grid area sidebar R, then here we have R, thereafter we have footer. Grid area footer, not flow, footer. Perfect. Now save this file, have a look here. Cool. So I'm the header is taking the header area. We have assigned header, header, header. So this is the header. Let's get these names. Header, 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 and then we have sidebar L. Main content is sitting at the main place. Sidebar R is sitting at the sidebar R place. That here we have. Then we have footer, 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 footer. So the footer item will take the whole space occupied by the, or the whole area occupied or named as footer. So that's how the grid template area and grid area works. So first, what do you need? So whenever you need to size or place your item in this way, so very first thing you need to do that, you have, so whatever the number of columns you want, you can define those columns, and then thereafter you assign the area name. So accordingly here that we have taken grid template areas, we have assigned the area, header, header, sidebar, main, that can be any name. You can take the any name, and accordingly you can then specify those area depending upon the items. You can assign those areas whatever the number of items or wherever your items have. Perfect. Great. All right. Yeah, one more thing here is that at the end you will have to make your page responsive also, or adaptive also. How you can do that? So right now it is responsive. Let's make it adaptive also for the using grid template area only. So what you can do here, so here we have defined our grid template areas. One thing I forgot to mention here, that sometimes you may need to keep some area empty. So for example here we have footer, footer, but say for example this area should be empty. So one thing you can do here, instead of saying any name, just keep it dot. Just point this dot will work as an empty space. So you have the area name, header, 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 sidebar left, main, and sidebar right, footer, footer, but this is dot, that's why it is empty. So wherever you want to keep the area name empty, you can keep it as a dot here. All right, now let's get back to what we were working on. We were working on the making our page responsive or adaptive. Okay, so get back there. Perfect. Give it a refresh. Okay, nice. Now let's define media queries. Media screen, and let's say max width 768 pixel. Yeah, and inside the 768 pixel, or sorry, inside this media query, let's define the grid template area. So you can again rename those areas for the mobile view. Yeah, and how actually you want to show your elements inside the mobile view. So you may want that header will be at the top, that's fine. Sidebar left, you may keep this this area, maybe this main content at the after the header, thereafter sidebar left, sidebar right, then the footer. So let's name that. Header, header is perfect, then sidebar, we don't need sidebar, everything will be main. Yep, main, and thereafter this would be also main. Yeah, header, header, then main, thereafter sidebar left and sidebar right, sidebar L, let's keep the middle part empty, then sidebar R, thereafter footer, footer is perfect. So we have renamed our areas. So this item will be working for the mobile view according to these areas, and for the desktop view or larger view we'll be working according to these areas. Okay, perfect. Now save this. Cool. Now let's give it a refresh here. Okay, fine here actually. Yeah, now let's reduce the size of our screen. At 768 pixel it should be breaking. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it is working. So at 768 pixel we have header, then we have main, then sidebar L, empty, sidebar R, sidebar L, sidebar R, this is the empty, then we have footer. So same here, footer. So this is how you can work with the grid template areas or grid areas. You can make it adaptive also using the media queries. According to the, you can actually rename the areas inside the media queries. Let's keep it sidebar L only. Let's see how it looks. Yep, give it a refresh, get the name for the mobile view. Yep, sidebar left, sidebar right. Alright guys, so this is all about the grid template areas and grid area.